Hey guys, Brett Weiss here. Welcome to another video. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It is super helpful. Let's talk about 5 serious Kickstarter problems today. If you are going to start a Kickstarter project, man, if you're a content creator and you're gonna put something out there for sale, try to get something back, try to get something funded, even if it does get funded and you have a product to package and ship out and possibly sign, you might experience some serious problems. And if you are going to back a Kickstarter project, especially it's like these independent projects that's run by maybe 1, 2, or 3 people, in my case 1 person, even with contributing writers and an editor to do my videos and everything, once it comes to me getting in hundreds of books to sign and ship out, that's pretty much a one-man operation. My wife does help me organize the addresses and put everything like that, print out labels and everything. But when it comes to autographing, packaging, shipping, going to the post office, it's pretty much a one-person operation. And holy cow, is it a massive operation. For my latest book, if you count pre-orders and Kickstarter backers, I shipped out well over 300 books, close to 400 books, just all within about 2 weeks. And over the course of several months, many more than that, because wow, this has been a very successful book and I'm super excited about that. But man, the Kickstarter, it's a great way to get pre-orders. It's a great way to promote the book. A lot of people discovered my books through Kickstarter with the Omnibus books and my newer book. But let me talk about 5 problems you may have as a Kickstarter content creator and as someone who backs a Kickstarter item, project. You may encounter these problems on the other end. Foreign shipping, oh my gosh, it has gone up so much. I recently received an email about a particular Kickstarter project where, this project was started 2 or 3 years ago, and in that time period, foreign shipping has more than doubled. And that's happened to me as well. With this 100 Greatest book, I had to lose a little bit of money with each of my foreign shipments. That was a problem. Not making these books to lose money. But it's totally cool. I made up for it. Just overall, it was a very successful campaign. But yeah, foreign shipping got more expensive, and foreign shipping in general is a huge pain. You have to fill out extra forms. You just got to be really careful the way you package it, because the package invariably is going to get beat to heck as it goes overseas and in who knows what kind of post offices. And man, foreign shipping is just a major pain, and I'm not a huge fan. It's almost gotten to the point where my next Kickstarter project, should there be one, perhaps a sequel, a 3rd volume in this series or whatever, I may not even offer foreign shipping outside of Canada. Now, I would hate to do that, but we'll see. Just with the rising prices and with people complaining about the high prices, which I totally get. It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
A book like this, $40, $50, $60 is crazy. And who knows what it'll be 2 or 3 years from now, or a year from now or whatever, when I start another Kickstarter campaign. Who knows? It's just insane. Number 2, delayed project. Your project can get delayed for a variety of reasons, whether it's funding, trying to put together a project and get funded. The Game Chasers experienced this. They had to do additional funding. They sold some of their own items out of their collections. They had COVID. COVID delayed a lot of projects. My goodness, what a major pain in the butt COVID was for so many content creators for a variety of reasons. Shipping, places being shut down, supplies, in short, supply. So yeah, your project could get delayed for any number of reasons. In my case, I rely on a publisher, and sometimes they're not the most reliable, and it's not always their fault. Once the book gets created, once everything is written and designed and everything, the book is then in line at the distributor or at the printer. And, so now the publisher relies on the printer. I rely on the publisher relies on the printer, and I rely on my contributing writers as well. Luckily, they got their stories in on time for the most part, but regardless, in short, your project can be delayed for purposes outside of your control. Amazon can be a problem. A problem? Yes, it can be a problem. What kind of problem, you say? Amazon can be a problem because your item that is up on Kickstarter could possibly appear on Amazon before your backers get their products, especially for foreign orders. Foreign orders can take weeks sometimes, and like my book appeared on Amazon before some Kickstarter backers got their copies. Now that's a bummer, and I know there's a certain author who was trolled and harassed about this relentlessly, but it wasn't necessarily his or her fault. It's just the fact that this is just how it goes. I know there was one situation where there was a particular rock and roll YouTuber who was very upset at Kiss Online because he had ordered a special Kiss record or an Aussie record or something, and people that ordered it through Amazon or whatever got theirs first, weeks ahead of time. Now I can understand why he was upset, because he's ordering through an organization. When you're backing a lot of projects on Kickstarter, such as my book, you're talking about a one-person operation. Yes, I have a video editor, and yes, my wife has helped me with like printing labels and stuff, and that's all super incredibly helpful. But when it comes down to it, it's a one-man operation, and you might get your item off Amazon before you get your Kickstarted item. That's just a reality of it. I've always said I was going to be truthful with you guys. That is never my intention. I always want to get the item out to you before you can get it elsewhere, but that's not always reality. It's just I rely on a publisher. The publisher relies on the printer. Who knows when Amazon's going to get their copies? Sometimes Kickstarter backers get theirs first, and that's always my intention. That's my favorite. But I try to put in some extras with these packages with you guys, maybe a signed trading card or a little poster or something like that. Whatever the case, I really appreciate you guys backing my work on Kickstarter, because it's a huge help, and I really appreciate it. And again, the next one, number 4, is just, again, this is a one-person operation. This email I received here recently about another Kickstarter project. This person talks about working night and day, wearing the same clothes day after day, not eating dinner till 10 or 11 at night, skipping gaming conferences because they're a one-person operation, not doing a lot of things they love to do, like playing games, like doing, going on trips or doing things, just basically trapped. Packaging, shipping, signing, writing notes, including extras, bubble wrap, run into the store, oh shoot, I'm out of boxes and tape. This took a lot more than I thought. I'm gonna have to go make a run to get more office supplies, or order some stuff from Uline. Whatever the case, these one-person operations in a lot of cases. Now, some projects are big enough to where maybe you can have 2 or 3 people helping you package and ship and all this kind of stuff. That's not always the case. It's certainly not with me. Again, I have had help, such as contributing writers, and my wife has been a huge help. I love you guys. But when it comes down to shipping and autographing and all this stuff, it takes a while for one person to do all this, especially combined with all the other obligations I have, such as a job and taking care of my puppy. Daisy, where are you? And all this kind of stuff. Got a lot of, just like any other adult human, have a lot of responsibilities. Sheer exhaustion. That's my number 5 issue with, if you are a content creator and put your item on Kickstarter to get funded. Okay, not only is it tiring creating the product, and I'm not complaining. I did these purely of my own volition, and I absolutely loved writing these books and editing stories and these great essays by other content creators. It's been a wonderful, wonderful time, but holy cow, once you get this project finished, completed, and you get your manuscript and all your photos and everything off to the publishers, edited, fact-checked, and all that stuff, and you've turned everything in, then, a few months later, when you get your boxes of books, you've got to ship them and it's just absolutely exhausting. Sometimes I'll take 30, 40, 50 packages at a time to the post office, and I'm wheeling them in and out of the post office, taking them in on a dolly and shoving them all into a corner, and then getting in line, and then taking my packages up to a postal worker who may or may not be thrilled with having to ship a whole bunch of stuff like this. Some of them, were good humored about it, and I could tell some of them weren't super thrilled to be shipping so many heavy boxes, but whatever the case, overall my experience with the USPS has been pretty positive. But anyway, yeah, it's exhausting. The reason I bring up this video to begin with is because of a recent email I got about a particular Kickstarter project, and again, this person has just been burning the candle at both ends to try to please and every single Kickstarter backer, and man, it's just not always to make everybody 100% happy. I try, other content creators cry too, probably, because it's like I said, it can be quite exhausting and frustrating, and you do have people that invariably get upset with you. I've had people that weren't thrilled with a tiny little nick on their book, and that's fine. I've replaced those. I've had people that, there was a publisher defect on a book, just some odd little just fluke, and I've replaced those as well. Overall, it's been an amazingly positive experience. I've gotten so much positive feedback on the new book and on the omnibus books through Kickstarter. Thank you guys so much for promoting my projects. A lot of you guys have shared my Kickstarters. Thank you for backing the project as well. That's amazingly just awesome of you guys. Thank you so much. Let me know in the comments, have you had any problems as someone who backed a Kickstarter project, or as someone who have created an item, a movie, a book, a game, some other retro gaming or modern gaming related item, or anything else pop culture related that you put on Kickstarter and it's been a nightmare or just a hassle in one way or another, or possibly in 5 ways. Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. We will talk to you in another video. Oh, by the way, did you notice I got a new camera? We'll see you in my game room for my next video. Talk to you later.
It's me, Mario!